Hello, good evening, students. This is Professor J. How are we all doing today? I told you guys I'm going to be dropping a lot of videos for you to at least have a clue of what you're about to do concerning CPR, cardiac pulmonary resuscitation, also known as heart attack, right? So today I'm going to do a quick intro on the assessment. When we talk about assessment, we want to make sure, first of all, especially in healthcare, that the right task is given to the right person. Meaning, if you don't know how to do CPR, you should not even attempt doing it, because sometimes we might kill somebody because we did not know what to do. Assessment is a very vital information that you as a student need to know before you perform CPR. And the same thing goes to everyone that will be watching the video. If you're in your house with your children, wife, in church, anywhere, assessment is a very key factor. When you see a patient on the floor, I'm going to use this dummy to demonstrate this evening. Student, make sure you pick everything that I'm saying. Let's say this is Mr. John. You see Mr. John on the floor. You don't want to jump and start compressing Mr. John. Do you know if he's unresponsive? Unresponsiveness is the only time you can perform CPR. What do we mean by unresponsiveness? Unresponsiveness means that you have done your assessment by identifying that you can do CPR, you have checked on the patient, you check the pulse, you scan for breathing and all that before you be convinced that Mr. John is unresponsive. This is the only time you can compress Mr. John. Another point you need to know is that there is difference between somebody that fainted on the floor and somebody that is unresponsive, or somebody that is having seizure, which is called epilepsy. Those things we have to take the classes individually. That way we can make a very comprehensive differentiation of each issue or circumstances, right? Now, today, the most thing that I want us to pick is that you have to assess your patient. You have to have that knowledge, be well informed that you can perform CPR. If you have not gone through the class physically on Zoom or watching what I'm doing, do not perform CPR on people, because you need to know. Another thing that is very vital before the class kicks in is location, because if you don't know the location of compression, you work in vain and sweat in vain, right? So we want to check the location. As you can see, Mr. John, this is the head. Here is the right and left shoulder, like my hand now. This is my right, my left. You want to know that location of the heart is at the left hand side, right? When you know your location, which is at the left hand side of Mr. John, that's one key point that you're well informed. You also want to check where does the esophagus go through, from the throat, right, all the way coming down to the sternum. This is where the sternum is, in between the breast. So we're targeting the heart, which is the left side, and in between the breast, the sternum. This is the connection of the esophagus, the heart, the two lungs on the left and the right. You have to target the sternum right here in between your two breasts. Like in the third world countries, we have chicken, you know the sternum, the biscuit bone that is in between the two breasts, that's where the sternum is. This is where the location for compression of CPR is, all right? Very, very important and vital. So as you watch this video, take notes on what I just said, because those are the classes you're going to see during the live on video or on Zoom. So I'm introducing basic information concerning CPR. One thing you must learn how to assess, meaning that you should be well informed about the task that you are about to perform on Mr. John. If you have never done the class, do not give anybody CPR. Instead, you will kill them. Meaning why? If you don't assess them very well, maybe they fell down and bumped their head, and they are not unresponsive, they are just scared, especially the elderly people. Then you come and you jump and start compressing. You back the blood to the brain, and you can kill someone. This is more of the importance of knowing exactly what CPR is all about, what intends, the importance on locations, and the importance of acting at the right appointed time, and how many compression that you need to do. Those things will come in the next episode, where I'm going to demonstrate exactly how to place your hand and how to compress, how many compression. Watch out for the next episode. Take your time. I don't want to overcrowd the teaching. Just take the notes for today, your assessment, getting informed, making sure that you can assess a patient and know the differences between somebody unresponsive, somebody who failed, and somebody that has seizure or epilepsy before you do compression. I will see you, ladies and gentlemen, on the next episode. God bless you as you watch. Professor J, love you all.